All right, that was the Pixies with Planet of Sound off of their 1991 album Trompe le Monde. Basically, that was their last album until they reunited later in the year, I think 2008, but they broke up after 1993, and this was the last album they put out before then. And this is the last Pixies album to feature Kim Deal on bass guitar. For more Kim Deal greatness, check out The Breeders. That band is fucking radical, too. So I just felt like playing something else from 1991, since we have a Butthole Surfers song from 1991 coming up for the tournament today. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 57 of the Butthole Surfers tournament today, and if you're not certain what you're doing here, well, we're 57 days into a tournament. You're missing out on a lot, so you should probably go back and look at a bunch of them, but don't feel like you have to. I do have a tournament bracket you can look at the bottom of the video and see how the videos have been going. Up till now, if you're not the kind of guy that's going to catch up on 50-some videos, you can look at the tournament right there, skim through the videos, whatever you need to catch up. But basically what we did was we took every single Butthole Surfers track that I could find, threw them all into a single elimination style tournament, and then we're making them battle head-to-head until there's one left standing at the end. It's funny, there was one critical person, I think, on one of the Facebook groups Cameron's advertising on, and he's like, why would you even want to do that? And, it's for fun. Why'd you click this if you didn't think it was a good idea? Yeah, people are mean. It's all good. Anyway, never mind what that guy said, because I didn't. I just thought it was funny that, you could say that about anyone's interests. Like, why would you do that? Why would you pretend to be, fantasy knights and wizards and dwarves and fight a fantasy dungeon master in your spare time? Why wouldn't you just work on a carburetor? I don't know. We all have different interests, man, and I'm glad that some people are interested in this and interested in music and hanging out. If you don't think it's fun, then I hope at least you think it's interesting. And if you don't think it's interesting or fun, well, maybe we're not your bag. That's okay. Rant over. So, day 57 of the Butthole Surfers. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoyed Megan yesterday. She was here for our April Fool's episode. I hope it was a surprise just seeing someone else's face pop up after that intro screen. And I hope y'all loved her as much as I do. She'll be back too. We've got more stuff for Megan to be doing. She had a lot of fun doing that, actually, so I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, we have some Butthole Surfers songs to cover today. First up, and this is the second chance this one's gotten in a week, actually. I think this is 6 or 7 days since we had the 1401 video, and now it's the Colored F.B.I. guy's turn. So this is the Colored F.B.I. guy as titled on the PO'd album, rather than the alternate title of 1401. So this will be the studio one, as opposed to the live one I played before. And this actually has a really good chance, because I remember that live version was really good. So we'll see how it stands up. But it's got some competition from an album that I haven't listened to all the way through yet, and I probably will after the tournament, which is 1986's Rembrandt Pussy Horse. This album, so far, every track I've heard off of it has been just crazy good noise rock, just experimental, I don't know, avant-garde stuff, Like, it's really cool music. Not a lot of it is stuff that'll win tournaments, unfortunately, but this one has a lot of lyrics, so maybe, it's probably weird. I hope it's weird. So, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. We have first, the Colored F.B.I. guy.
His body and his mind have parted. You from the sky high. My body and my face got shattered. I hope I'm together when I die.
All right, so while I was going along, I was trying to figure out what the lyrics meant. I was just kind of singing along with it in my head, though, and not really thinking about what they meant. But this has a lot of good lines in there, actually. Like, we got covered up of the sky, and there was glass in from of the sky. I mean, it makes it sound kind of like there's something coming from the sky, and maybe that's what causes this this whole thing. But it also sounds kind of like they're just tripping balls and have kind of an out-of-body experience. Things like his body and his mind have parted. You can see it happen in his eyes. I love this line, cones and rods and bars and arrows, dots and dashing eyes that roll right into sight and out of control. Super cool lines in here. Really trippy song. And the trippy lyrics kind of remind me of the imagery and songs like Oh Me by Meat Puppets, where it's just kind of describing a drug trip. And in this particular one, the person has exited their body. I don't know, maybe it's not drugs, maybe it's some sort of, alien mind control or something like that. It sounds like they're just zoned out, completely spaced out. And from the sky, spaced out. All right, so that's a pretty good song. Perry's got a tall order to fill here. Let's see how Perry does. I've only ever heard Perry intro, actually, and I don't know if that's a part of this. It probably is, but that's on the Humpty Dumpty LSD CD I had way back in the day, and it was just had a bunch of weird like odds and ends. That's the only song I've heard. The only time I've heard Perry is Perry intro, which totally lost in the tournament earlier. Let's see how Perry straight up does. Here we go. Can I say Perry again? Here's Perry.
Hello, Penny. Well, I've got news. This is the news for you, Penny. And it's not so fucking skinny. Here it is. It's talking about you. It's talking about growing up in England. It's talking about being a slave boy. It's talking about giving head when you're 6 years old. It's talking about the joy instinct. Becoming a part of you. Becoming a part of your life. And becoming a part of sharing the bread. The carpet passing it around to the other boys, and then once you know it, hello, Penny. I think it's all too fucking skinny. Well, I've got news for you, Penny. I really care, Penny. What's buddy? Yeah, buddy, bad cancer. Cancer. about coming of age. It's about learning how to do it. It's about learning how to experience things the way they ought to be experienced. It's about growing up. It's about licking the shit off the floors. It's about doing the things that you ought to do. It's about being a butthole surfer. It's about doing promotional work. It's about PR. It's about all these things. It's about loving yourself. It's about loving your mum. It's about loving your dad. It's about doing the things. It's about going to the go-kart track. It's about loving everything. Your pup, your kitty, all the things, the cat food, the little bits of crayons, the melted pieces, the loving friends, all the things you wish you had.
Damn. The loving friends, all the things you wish you had. Some pretty brutal lyrics. What is all that noise in that song? There's so much going on. There's an organ, okay. I swear I heard a saxophone in there. That was crazy. It's tough. 2 drummers, of course. Alright, so that was really good. Perry is definitely a great piece of experimentation and noise. I love the like weird spoken word vocals. Kind of just talking to Perry. But geez, and Perry's got it rough, you know. But this person and the narrator is trying to tell Perry what you got to do. You got to do things like be a butthole surfer and lick shit off the floor. You got to go to the go-kart track. It's all about your pop and your kitty and all the things. It's funny. But I think Colored F.B.I. guy is more of something that I'm going to kind of just like put on randomly. Like I really like that song. I'd say the drums are cool because they kind of maintain that traditional Butthole Surfers drum pattern where it just sounds like more primal, kind of like they came from a more primordial place than a lot of musicians use these days. Those are drums straight from someone's guts. They don't have to be intricate or anything like that. They're just serving the purpose of the rhythm. But that that primal sound just kind of gives it a good it makes you just want to stomp along to it, you know. And then the bass line is super good on that too. Really love that. And the weird ass lyrics are cool. I love the trippy lyrics. And Perry had trippy lyrics. Perry was just kind of like it's noise experimentation. It's a fun song, but it's nothing that I'm going to put on just to like it's nothing I'm going to put on to do like some dishes or something like that. Kind of what I do when I can't decide which one to pick is I kind of just decide which one I would be more likely to put onto, say, a playlist to show my friends who may or may not like noise rock. They may or may not like punk rock. So sometimes it's a good idea to give them something a little more accessible. And that is the only place where like accessibility kind of like trumps creativity sometimes. Not that they're being less creative or anything either with the Colored F.B.I. guy. Just like the fact that it has a higher listenability. I don't know how to describe it. It's something you could show somebody and they're not going to immediately be like, what the fuck did you just show me? Which, Perry, you could maybe get that that reaction. People are going to be like, what's with that creepy voice? I don't know, man. I don't want to listen to Perry anymore. I heard him say it in my head. Yeah, like, I don't know. Perry's just not as listenable, we'll say. For like the it's not as listenable for like palatable. That's the word. Perry just isn't as palatable for like sharing and letting people know about Butthole Surfers. You'll want to show them a different song first, unless they're obviously into this type of music and you already know that about them. Oh, you love noise rock? Haven't you heard early Butthole Surfers? No, man, they're just an alternative rock group. I don't listen to that. And then you could show them this. That's where you would show them Perry. It's a long way to get around to the winner, though. I'm going to go with the Colored F.B.I. guy. Just a slight edge, really. Like, both those songs are super cool. And I hate to see Perry go so soon, but Colored F.B.I. guy just gets a slight edge for me just for having that extra palatability. I should make these buzzwords that I use. Anyway, that's all I have for Butthole Surfers today. I hope you all had a good time hanging out and listening to the Butthole Surfers. I do have some social media, so you can check us out on there if you'd like to. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're all over on the Reddits and the Discords too. Just look for us, you'll find us. Battle of the Band is getting big, I'm telling you, kids. I do link the songs down below so you can listen to them in their entirety, along with, whatever other links that Facebook or with any other links that YouTube might mention with the algorithm. It might bring you down a cool little rabbit hole, you know. I'll also link the Pixies song down below. If you aren't listening to the Pixies, you should listen to Pixies. It's good fucking music. I don't know why you're not doing that. They got way more than Where Is My Mind. Like, man. I love Where Is My Mind, but I'm almost sick of it. Almost. I guess that's because I watch wrestling and it's on every week. That's on me. There's like a guy that comes out to it as his theme song. It's great. You love it the first few times. Oh boy. Where are we now? Like this video if you like the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see this channel grow a bit more. We're trying to get up into the 200 subscriber range, and it's crawling along, but we'll make it there. Share the channel with your friends and family members. And like I said before, share it with just anybody who will listen to you. Walk up to them with your phone in hand, press play on the video, and just stare at them until they watch the whole video. You'll make friends, trust me. Comment down below with what you choose out of these two songs. Which one do you think would be the better song to listen to when you're just on a road trip with your mom or something like that? It's kind of what I'm thinking of when I think palatability, Like, nobody's mom likes all the same music as them. When I was a kid, I had to, get into stuff like Train to listen to music with my mom. You want to listen to Train? Guilty pleasure? Anyone? Be careful, I'm going to start one of these videos with Drops of Jupiter. I'll do it. Hope y'all have a great night, a wonderful afternoon, and a fantastic morning. I'll be back in just a couple minutes with some Beatles for y'all. I should probably look at that more often. I did look at it a bunch, though. It's just that, brain no good. Got sinus. Okay, what were we saying?